Hello everyone, it is Princess underscore Mini 4 and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my life since I have graduated a year ago. If you guys are new here, please make sure you hit that notification bell and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a post. Okay, you guys, so this is gonna be a little sit down video. Try not to have it too long because I have quite a few of these coming up, so just stay subscribed and turn on your post notification bell so you always know what's happening in my life. It's always a lot, but that's life in general. So yeah, I also have a fan on. I don't know if y'all can hear it. If you can, just try to ignore it. I hope it's not too loud. So on May 10th of this year, it had been 1 year since I graduated college. I'm not gonna lie, it feels like it was longer ago than that. It definitely feels like it was longer ago than a year. Even though the year flew by, it just feels like it's been longer than 1 year. But we are at the 1 year anniversary of my graduation. I wanted to do a sit down video and explain or just talk about how life has been treating me since then. So I had an amazing summer last year and I was able to just go out and go on trips and have fun. So I wrote this, y'all. So if I'm not looking at y'all, you know. I made it a big to-do because this was going to be my last ever full-blown summer. And what do I mean by that? It means it's my last summer that I won't have to do any kind of schoolwork or have a job. Like last year I was like, I am not getting a job, and I graduated in May, so I had no summer classes. So I was just literally just had no responsibilities, nothing. It was so nice and it was just amazing. That was like my last ever summer. So, you know, I really wanted to enjoy it and I really just made it a big to-do to go out and have fun. It was fun. I had an amazing summer and I did a whole lot of stuff and I'm so happy about that. When fall came around, I officially started applying for my career jobs. And I always say that, but I do think there is a difference between a job and like a career job. Like I've had jobs. I worked at like an amusement park. And I mean, I guess you could say like working at a cashier is not like a job, but for me, it was just like a part-time little seasonal summer job. Like I planned on only working there for the summer, and then I wanted to stay while I was in college, but they just don't ever listen to you when you give them your schedule. Like I did the phlebotomist program back in 2021 when I was working as a cashier, and they kept scheduling me when I had a class, and I kept on saying to them I can't come. Like that's why I feel like when you get like a career job, like a nurse, like a doctor, I feel like it's different. The environment is different and they actually listen to you. And it's like, you know, you're full-time, it's consistent, because working at these places I worked at, you found out your schedule like the week before and it was all over the place. You would open this day, you would be middle that day, you would close that day, then open, close. Like it was different every day and I just did not like that. I need consistency in my life. But that's why I feel like there is a difference between those two kind of jobs. But here are a few of the jobs I applied to starting in the fall of last year. So I did like a family service specialist trainee. I did a program specialist trainee, investigator trainee, clerk typist, human service specialist, clerk 1, payroll clerk, data entry operator 1. That's like a few of like the 20 plus or 30 plus jobs I applied to. I even applied to work in like a warehouse. I did a lot. I applied to so many jobs. Like I can't even remember all of them. Like I kept track of some of them, but I was applying sometimes like 3, 4, 5 jobs in like a day. So I didn't always keep track of all of them. But those are like the main ones I applied to. I applied to more, of course. I've heard many no's back, some with no reason at all, and others with like a lack of my work experience, and the rest because they chose a better person for the position. I've heard one maybe because I was invited for an interview, and that was I think it was the investigator trainee. Don't even know anything about it, but I applied to all these jobs you'll see why in a second. I applied to all these jobs just because I literally know nothing about it. Like I literally sent it to one of my good family friends. I was like, what does this job mean? They're calling me in for an interview and I know nothing about this job. And she's like, why'd you apply? You'll see why. Just keep watching, y'all. What am I hearing? Oh, she's on the phone. I was invited for an interview. I went to the interview in December. Obviously, it didn't go too well because I'm not working there. The last thing they said before I walked out was that they would be in contact, and it's currently May, about to be June, and I've gotten no contact at all, which I'm not mad about it because I personally did not want to have to drive up there every day. Like the area that it was in was just not, I didn't like it at all. And I'm saying is that's what the Lord does. There was some reason why I didn't get that job. And I wish they would call me now. I'd be like laughing in their face. I said, I'm not going to lie to y'all though. My grandma and my uncle used to get mad at me because I didn't want to work. So pretty much a lot of the reason why I applied to a lot of these jobs was because of my grandma, because she wants me to get a job. And the fact that, you know, I don't want to work, she did not like that. So, but one of the main reasons why I don't want to work is because the people that I know that do work, and they're not always that I know, it's like I see on social media, whatever, they always make it seem like it's such a horrible thing to do. Like, I can't imagine working a 9 to 5. Like, when do you have time for yourself? You're leaving your house around 8 a.m. and that's if you're lucky. Like, if you live further away, you have to leave before that to get to work, which for me means that I'm probably waking up at 6 a.m. for about 5 days a week. So that means I also have to go to bed at around 10 p.m. to get an adequate amount of sleep. Because if I don't get an adequate amount of sleep, I'm not nice. I'm not a good person. I'm really actually kind of evil when I don't get sleep. Like, I need sleep. So when do I have time to go to doctor's appointments, time to watch my YouTube videos, time to work out? Like, when do you have time for this stuff? And this is a genuine question. If you work a 9 to 5, and you leave your house at like 8, 7 a.m. and you get up mad early and go to bed mad early, when do you have time for you? Or does your life literally just revolve around your job? Being a young adult and coming fresh out of college, I just can't imagine not having time for me. Especially after going through college for 4 years and already not having time for me. So quite naturally, no, I don't want to work. I watch YouTubers every day that sit home all day and record YouTube videos and edit them and upload them, and that's their job. And they be getting bang, bang, bang. I also watch people on TikTok and Instagram and all these other social medias that do the same thing. Because now almost all social medias, if you get a certain amount of credentials, you can get paid from it. They have time to travel. They have time to stay home. They have time to actually have a life while also working and doing something that they love. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I want out of life. I just want to, of course I want to work. I want to make money, you know, but I also want to do something that I love and something that doesn't kind of take over my entire life. You know, I just can't imagine working, especially if I want to work in a hospital, 12-hour shifts, 5 days a week. It's like, when do I have time for me? You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things that I just can't help not imagining. Like I said, I may go into the workforce and actually find out that it's not like that, and I may actually love it. I may actually have too much time for myself, but I don't know. Why my water bottle making all that noise? So I love to film, edit, and upload videos, but I'm just not that lucky yet, or it's just not in God's will for my life to become not famous, but known enough to get a paycheck off of YouTube. I've been doing this for 5 years. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I've been here for 5 years now. The odds of that happening is slim to none. I'm just not interesting enough, and that's okay. I didn't start uploading YouTube videos to get known. I started uploading YouTube videos in COVID because first of all my life I wanted to, and then I was 18. I said, I'm grown now, I can do it myself. And then also I was just bored, and having a video to film, to edit, to upload just kind of made time go by fast. So if y'all remember COVID, 2020 was it literally went by like paint drying on the wall. Like, that's how slow that year went by. So having this, you know, platform was amazing for me. But yes, even if I were to make money off of YouTube, I probably wouldn't get enough to have a paycheck, so I don't have to actually work a 9 to 5 job. Because a lot of YouTubers still work a 9 to 5 job because their money from YouTube is just not that much. I used to be a person who had the wildest dreams and wildest imagination, but as I've gotten older, it has become less and less, and now sometimes it's completely gone. I used to want to marry, so this is real specific, but I used to want to marry a white older man who owned a farm and would live happily ever after, and we would have a bunch of children, and I'd spend my days being a mother, a housewife, and taking care of the animals and gardening. I also used to want to be a teacher, a pediatrician, a veterinarian, and so much more. But now I'm just letting God lead. You know, I honestly have no idea what the future holds, and I really have no idea what kind of career I want to have for 30 plus years until I retire. Like, I can't think that far ahead. It's insane to me. The thing is, a lot of people my age never talk about what I'm going through. You always see the girlies graduating high school and picking their college major and doing 4 to 6 years in college in that same major, then graduating and getting a job in whatever field they majored in college. But that's not always how it is. And it's like, you always see that, but you never really hear about the people who are like me, who change their major like 5, 6, 7 times, or the people that just don't know what they want to do in their life, and they just really just living their life day by day. Because it's like, nobody wants to talk about that. People always talk about the good, but what about the not so good, you know? Which is not good to not have an idea for your life, but I literally have zero. So I feel like it's not good for me. But the people like me don't get recognized or just get judged because we don't know what we want to do in our life. I really only went to college because I felt like I needed to, not because I wanted to. Because when I hit that submit my first year of college, it's not because I wanted to, because my family was like, you need to go to college. So I went to college. It's not because I wanted to, but I felt like I needed to appease everybody. And also because everybody else was, so I just went to college too. But yes, at 23, almost 24 years old, I still don't have a 100% bulletproof plan of what I want to do for the rest of my life. Ever since I gave my life to Christ, I've decided that I want His will. Look, he's talking.
If ye have faith and doubt not, ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also, if ye shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, it shall be done.
Yes, so if y'all are new here, I have a Jesus clock that every hour it says a Bible verse of, I don't know, my arms look at that. A Bible verse of what Jesus said in the Bible. So ever since giving my life over to Christ, I've decided that I want His will to be done in/for my life. My life is no longer just my life. Whatever the Lord wants me to do, I want to do it. Honestly, I always just say I'm here. When I say I'm here or I'm just here, and I literally mean that. I'm literally just here. Like, He's leading my life. I'm like a puppet on a string. I want Him to lead my life. I still don't know what His plan is for my life, but I'll be listening when He's ready to reveal it to me. But in February of this year, I started a medical assistant course. I just fully completed that now, and stay tuned to see the results of that class. That'll be in a separate video. What will happen with that, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Yes, I have a playlist for that whole journey. So yeah, but honestly, I think I really only did the program just so my grandma would stop begging me to apply to all these jobs, which, spoiler alert, I had to apply to at least 2 to 3 jobs while being a full-time medical assistant student. And I said had because she literally forced me to do it. But it is what it is. I live under her roof, so her rules are her rules. My grandma's motto is work or school, and I guess I spent way too long doing neither. I was always interested in the medical field, so I'm not complaining all too much, but sometimes it is annoying still feeling like a little kid that has no voice and still has to be told what to do all the time. But it's easier to just listen than to argue. Now that I'm fully done, I'm glad I did the program, but also at the beginning, I was not. I felt forced and I didn't think I was meant to do it. But at the end, I actually kind of ended up liking the program, and like, I'm happy that, you know, I did it. My grandma has this fear that she is going to die and I'm going to be stranded and have nowhere to go and have no family because I don't have a job yet. I think it's silly, but yes, it is possible for that to happen. But first off, I have other family. Like, my family, even though me and my mom's side of the family are not like this, they're not going to just let me be stranded. They're not that cold, you know. And I have, you know, I have a few brothers. I have 2 brothers. I have an uncle. That would be interesting because sometimes he thinks I'm a little kid, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to ever be stranded living on the streets, you know. And I'm not completely broke. I don't like to talk about my money here on YouTube, or because people think that you're flaunting it or bragging it, and I'm not like that. I'm really humble, but I'm not hurting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like scrapping by, you know. And I'm lucky that I have family who cares about me and who like treats me to things, and I don't have to pay for a lot because I live here, and I live here with my grandma, and lately she's not been allowing me to pay for groceries because she's like, well, I want to wait till you get a job because I don't want you to keep paying for all these groceries and stuff. And now lately groceries have been high. And you know, ain't that, my arms look so bad. I need to start lifting weights, I guess. Like, it looks like they sagging even after I had it done. But I think she said that would happen sometimes. Anyway, but a lot of times I pay for like I pay for my own church offering. Like I'll pay for like anything that's like strictly for me. Like if I want to go out and get me a coffee, a tea or whatever, I do pay for a lot of things. But she's lately been not allowing me to pay for like the groceries and stuff, just because I don't have a job yet. So I'm not like hurting, and I'm actually, like I said, I'm always blessed and I'm always thankful for my family, you know. But in this world, everybody has to work, and I'm still coming to terms with that. I guess I just imagine myself living a completely different kind of life, but again, not my will, but his will be done for my life. I hope that once I land the job, I wholeheartedly love it and I enjoy going there every day. One of my main problems is not having me time. I love my hobbies so much, and I don't really have that many, but I need to get over that. During my time as a student this time around, I definitely sacrificed certain hobbies like playing my Sims game. I stopped playing my Sims game entirely. I stopped live streaming on Twitch. I put a pause on my moderating for JoJo, and I pretty much slowed down my social media presence other than YouTube, and also how long I spent watching YouTube videos. Like a lot of times I would have like an hour after the end of the day, and that 1 hour from like 10 to 11 would be my 1 hour to watch YouTube videos, because I literally dedicated the rest of my day to other things, you know. It hurt at first, but I ended up not missing it so much. I live a very scheduled or routine life. I've showed you guys my reminder app before, but I'm gonna show y'all again. I know my uncle did not just call me 4 times. I can't make this up, y'all. I'm not allowed to do anything. Anyway, so this is just today, and this is tomorrow. Like, this is my life. This is how I live my life. So yeah, there's something all the way to June 24th. But having to dedicate basically 30 hours per week to my class, I learned how to move things around in my schedule or just in my life in general, that I still had time for me to scroll on social media if I wanted to, watch or edit a YouTube video, and just relax, because that's what you have to do in life. So I learned how to adjust to doing my normal activities like working out and reading at different than my normal times, which would typically stress me out, which it did at times, I'm not gonna lie, but overall I was just happy to be able to get it done in general. It was definitely a wake-up call, because I dedicate too much time to my hobbies, and I'm even kind of rude to anyone or really anything that tries to get me away from it. I'm still working on that. The Lord is still working on me. He ain't giving up on me yet. And if you guys have any advice, I totally appreciate it. But a year later, I'm still unemployed. But I do believe I won't be saying that for much longer. I'm happy this time around for getting a job, because it's something I can actually imagine myself doing. Also, it would be nice to get out of the house consistently. For one, to avoid unnecessary arguments or just issues with me and my grandma. And it's not anything bad about her, but y'all know when y'all are around somebody for this all the time, like we literally sit next to each other on the couch, we sleep together, you know, which that's not going to be for much longer. I think starting in June, I'm going to start sleeping in my room, period, because I did it and I found that I was able to do it. So I do want to just start, I want to start like being more mature. So I'm going to start sleeping in my own room. I'm going to start like paying for a majority of my own stuff, and once I get a job I will definitely do that. And I'll probably have to start paying rent and stuff, but you know, stuff like that. And for two, it'll make me feel more adult, and I can have an income to be able to buy myself stuff I need, like this chair. It's broke. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's broke. Yes, I need a new chair. And what else I said I needed? I was like, I'm making a list of the things I'm gonna buy once I get a paycheck. But yeah, I need a new chair. I'll be able to buy myself stuff I need and never have to ask or want anyone to buy me anything. I just want to be fully independent, and maybe within 5 to 10 years I can have my first apartment all by myself, or with my husband and my children. I love living with my grandma, don't get me wrong, but living alone actually sounds amazing. Plus, time flies by so much faster when you're busy. So hypothetically, if I'm working 12-hour shifts 5 days a week, I'll be super duper busy, and next thing I look, another year will have passed, because it is kind of boring sitting in the house not doing anything. So it would be nice to do something and get some money and just learn about life and experience life. That'd be nice. So make sure you guys stay tuned. If I do start a job, I'll let y'all know, of course. I'm not quite sure about my uploading schedule and if it would be affected, but y'all would be the first to know. So that is pretty much my little sit down talk video about me, how my life has been. It's pretty much just been a lot of a lot of job applications, a lot of no's, and then it's like I started school. Then I did school, I completed school, and I don't know why my voice is sounding like that. I ain't been feeling good lately, y'all. It's been something crazy. But yeah, oh, I can't lift my underarm up with this shirt on. But you know what else? I've been doing, honestly, a lot of just relaxing. I've been really like going hard on my relationship with God. That's one thing that I've been pushing on. And I started going to Bible study last month. I haven't gone 2 times this month yet, but I'm gonna go the last 2 Wednesdays. You know, I'm just finding my way in this world. And it's like it's not as easy as they make it seem like. Like, I really thought I would turn 18 and boom, everything would just make sense, but it doesn't. You know, I'm finding my way in this world. I'm finding my voice. I'm finding what I'm interested in, what I'm not interested in, and it takes time. You know, I'm 23, almost 24, like I said. So it's just like right now I'm just really focusing on letting God lead. Whatever he wants for my life, it will happen, because that's how it is. So it's like people don't always understand why I start moving different. I'm not moving different because I'm rude, because I'm better than. No, I'm moving different because I'm listening to my God. I'm not listening to you. I don't care what job you want me to have. I want to have the job that the Lord wants me to have. So that's why I be moving different. I be moving like, I don't move like everybody else moves. You know, it's me and God. Like, at the end of the day, he's gonna be the one that's always gonna have my back. That's always gonna be there for me. So yeah, that's how it is, y'all. And lately, I just been real big on family commitment. Like I said, one thing that happened, I didn't really talk about. I didn't talk about everything that happened since graduation, but me and my older brother, we've been getting close, and I've been trying to reach out more to my other brother. So it's like family has been real big. Like, I feel like I'm getting there, y'all. I'm getting to the point in my life where things are just starting to make sense and things are just starting to happen. And yeah, I'm happy about that. But yeah, if you guys have any advice, or you just have anything to, you know, relate to from how it's been since you graduated high school. Like, I know a lot of people graduate high school and don't get it, like, their dream job for years, you know. And I don't have a dream job, so it's not going to always be a walk in the park. And you're a high school person watching me, don't expect to come out of high school knowing exactly what you want to do. It's okay to change your major 15 times in college, because I did. It's okay to be confused. Don't let the media and people, you know, say that you're bad and that's just kind of dumb, you don't know everything, because that's how I've always felt. But it's like, it's normal to not know what you want to do. Like, I feel like it's abnormal for a person to come out and say, yep, I'm 18 now, but from now until I'm like 65, by the time we graduate, probably 75, I know what I want to do for that many years. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just not completely normal. I feel like it's normal to not know what you want to do. So here I am. I'm the person that's speaking and I'm advocating it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell to know when I post, and share this video with your friends. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys, love you.